Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. Typically when I make these videos, I'm usually just in my car and I answer your individual questions. But for this girl talk, I was like, you know what? We're gonna hang out in the office. We're gonna be chill. We're gonna have some tea and, discuss some tea. And instead of me answering your individual questions, I'm kind of just taking all of your questions and giving my hot take or advice on these questions. So a little bit different, but still fun nonetheless. So if you want to see more videos like this, give us a thumbs up. Definitely go make sure to check out my other Girl Talk episodes. Grab some snacks. Grab your tea, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and let's get right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is going to be body image and like loving yourself and just feeling confident in yourself in your own body, because I know that I still struggle with that and I am not alone. And to be honest, everyone struggles with body image and they may come off like the most confident person in the world, but we all have our struggles. And if you ever see someone on social media, by the way, that looks like super happy, they have like the perfect body, they just look so amazing, their life is so great, I want you to remember one thing, and that is 9 out of 10 times whatever you see on social media is fake. It's either edited or they're only showing you the parts they want you to see. I could go from being all slouchy with a little tummy to looking snatched just by how I'm posing. Always remember that in the back of your head when you're comparing yourself. And that being said, don't compare yourself, because you will never win that argument, because at the end of the day you can't be anyone else but yourself. So quit comparing yourself to someone else, because you can't be them. No matter how hard you try, you cannot. That being said, loving yourself is not a steady climb. It's not always just an uphill battle. Loving yourself is up, downs, it's turnarounds, it's twists, it's flipping upside down. It is literally a roller coaster ride. And kind of like a roller coaster, how do you get rid of your fears? By facing them. If you're scared of roller coasters, you get over that fear by riding a roller coaster. How do you get over your insecurities? By facing your insecurities. If you're insecure about wearing a swimsuit, go wear that bikini, go wear that sundress, wear those skirts. How else do you get comfortable doing that stuff without doing that stuff? I also feel like a lot of us struggle with our appearances because we're so scared of what other people will say or what other people will think. Here's a little secret. Everyone is thinking the same thing you are thinking. Think about it this way. When you go to the beach and you want to wear that bikini, or you're hesitant about wearing that bikini, you're like, God, I don't want to wear the bikini because I don't want people to look at me and be like, she should not be wearing a bikini. Other people at the beach also in a bikini are not worried about how you look like in a bikini. They're worried about how they look like in a bikini. We are too busy worrying about ourselves to worry about what other people are actually doing. And if someone is actually worried about you, they're insecure in themselves and they have nothing better to do. But we'll get into that deeper later, because I'm gonna be talking about mean girls and bullies as well. I want you to ask yourself, am I actually insecure, or did someone make me insecure? So think about an insecurity you have. For example, I'm insecure about my arm hair. I did laser hair removal. What a lot of people don't know is the reason why I did laser hair removal. I was in 6th grade. I just started middle school. This stupid kid turned around in his seat, looked at my arm hair and said, "You have a lot of arm hair for a girl." That automatically made me insecure about my arm hair, and I wasn't even insecure about my arm hair to begin with. But now that someone pointed it out to me, I was like, oh man, I'm suddenly very aware of this issue. So that being said, has someone pointed out your insecurities and made you insecure about it? So was it really you, or was it someone else? And what do insecure people do? Point out other insecurities in other people. Just a cycle. That being said, let's talk about like our bodies changing. I'm talking about your boobies, your thighs, your stomach, all that stuff. Your body will continue to change for the rest of your life. If your boobs start to sag, if you get stretch marks, if suddenly your thighs rub together and you start chafing, it's okay, because it's human. You evolve and your body evolves. Not inside a little Pokemon, don't get it twisted, but your body just changes with you. The same way you don't think the way you did when you were 15 or younger is the same way your body doesn't look like when you were that age either. I do have a bad habit of being like, damn, I looked my best when I was 15. I could wear whatever I wanted. I looked great in everything. I was thin. I was just the right shape in all the right places. And then I'm like, I am 25 years old. That was 10 10 years ago. There is no way I could ever get that body again because my body is not 15 anymore. I can't go back in time and put my 25-year-old mind inside my 15-year-old body. It's impossible. So I could just sit here and torture myself with these, dang, that was my prime. But I could never go back to that ever. So why would I sit here and torture myself with it, you know? Your body is stuck with you for the rest of your life. So that being said, you better learn to start loving it because it's with you till the end of the line. My favorite saying is change what you can and confront what you can't. If there's something about your body or yourself that you are not happy with, but it is in your power to change or do something about, do it. And if you can't change it, you need to confront it. If not, you're just gonna be stuck with it and be unhappy with it. When it comes to working on your body and like staying healthy and exercising, you don't have to go to the gym. You just have to be active. I bought a walking treadmill. You see that? That's my little walking treadmill. I will literally binge watch Netflix while I'm walking on my treadmill. I'm doing something I like and I'm getting that movement in. It doesn't have to be torture or annoying or a chore is what I'm trying to say. You also don't have to starve yourself either, which in the long run, that does more harm than good. If you're starving yourself, your body is gonna hold on to that fat that is in you because it's like, damn, we're not getting fed, we got to store this fat instead because this is the last thing we're gonna get. There is a balance and you can find that balance if that's something you're worried about. Honestly, just love your body and it will love you. Now, body hair and shaving, I kind of already touched on my little experience with that, right? Let's make one thing clear. You do not have to shave if you don't want to. It's your body, meaning it's your body hair, meaning it's your choice. Shaving or like any body hair removal truly is a personal preference. So don't start shaving because all of your friends are shaving. I started shaving because a girl in my grade was shaving for PE and I felt like I was behind and like I needed to. But I really didn't have to. But me personally, I don't like body hair at all. So when I was older, I did get laser hair removal and got rid of all my body hair. But that's my own personal preference. You don't have to just because I did, you know? Bodies have hair. That's natural and it's not unhygienic. If someone tells you that body hair is unhygienic, then they need to check themselves before they wreck themselves because your body hair may be unhygienic, but girl, I bathe. Overall, personal choice. And if someone has a problem with your own personal choice, then they need to work on their problem because there is no reason for you to be bothered by what I'm doing. Worry about yourself. Now, mean girls and bullies, just like mean people. Mean girls are simply insecure girls. There is truly no reason to put someone else down unless you're unhappy with yourself and you need everyone else to be unhappy with you because misery loves company. No actually secure and confident person would ever want to put someone else down. For what? For why? Mean people are just jealous that you're doing better than them, that you're happier than them, that you have something they don't, that they can't be content with themselves like you are content with yourself. So they bring you down. And it's actually like really sad when you think about it. So if you're going out of your way to be mean, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And me. That being said, if you're dealing with like a mean girl or a bully, either ignore them or tell them, I hope you heal, and then ignore them. Do that little jab, even though you're like, damn, I actually hope you kind of get over this because I do feel sad for you, which is a jab because no one wants people to feel sorry for them, you know? So it's like you're kind of jabbing them, but you're also being nice while you're jabbing them. And that's that. Mean girls aren't even real. They're just insecure. Now the juicy stuff. First kisses, first times, first boyfriends, all that lovey-dovey stuff. Your first kiss and your first time are probably gonna be awkward as hell. 9 out of 10 times they are. Maybe you have that one fairy tale kiss where you feel like you're on clouds and your foot lifts like in the Princess Diaries, but like, to be honest, it's typically not like that for your first. So I'm just gonna bring you down from those clouds and set you at a realistic expectation, okay? But if it does happen for you, good for you, but don't expect it to. That being said, real life is not like the movies or the TV shows. You're doing something for the first time that you've never ever done. You shouldn't expect yourself to be a pro at it. If you don't look back at your first kiss and cringe a little, did you even have your first kiss? Like, I also want to emphasize that you shouldn't feel the need to rush your first kiss or your first time doing the dirty deed or your first boyfriend. Just because other people have had theirs doesn't mean that you're behind or you're weird or there's something wrong with you. Every person has a different path that they follow. I like to say like different timelines. Like we're getting to the MCU right here. Your timeline is gonna be different from my timeline. Just because someone had their first kiss at 11 doesn't mean you have to have your first kiss at 11. I didn't get my first long-term serious boyfriend until I was 22 years old. You're 16 and you don't have a boyfriend. Girl, you're fine. It is your time to thrive. You have the rest of your life to find someone. And before you worry about loving someone else, worry about loving yourself first. Because how are you gonna love someone if you can't love yourself? Honestly, don't even stress it. It'll come. Now, when it comes to actually dating and like any tips or advice, oh man, if you have to force something, it's not worth it. That's even the same just for not even dating, just relationships in general. If you have to force someone to like want to give you attention, don't even bother. If they wanted to, they would. And that is my biggest dating advice I could ever give someone. That being said, if you don't like how someone is treating you, or if you don't like what someone did or said, call them out. You need to speak up for yourself. And if they don't react well, or if they don't like you telling them that, drop them. Because you want someone that you can communicate with anyways. Because if I'm with someone and they're doing something that's upsetting me and I tell them, hey, what you're doing is upsetting me, and they're like, you're overreacting, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna leave their ass, because it's like they're just gonna continue to do what upsets me and they don't even care that it upsets me. So call them out on their crap, and if they don't like it, bye, on to the next. T. Anyways, don't settle. Do not pity date either. If you're wondering if you like someone, or you're like, you know, maybe I could grow to like them, don't. Just don't do it. If you have to convince yourself to like someone, then you don't like them. Always listen to your gut. This includes like straight up just safety, especially as women going on dates. Like if you're gonna go on a date, you're meeting in public, you're sharing your location, you're gonna have an out, you're meeting them somewhere that you're comfortable with. Like it is a sad reality that we have to deal with that stuff, but it is how it is. Also, ask yourself, is this a crush or an infatuation? Do I actually know this person, and do I actually like them as a person, and can I actually see myself even being friends with them? And if the answer is no, then why do you even like them? You gotta like the person you're actually crushing on. So know how to tell the difference on, I just think they're really attractive and I'm obsessed with the idea of them, versus I think they're really attractive and I really like them as a person and I actually see this working out. Now, hooking up, getting down and dirty, doing the devil's tango. Do it when you are ready. And if you're gonna sit here and ask me, well, how do I know when I'm ready? You will know when you're ready. I can't tell you when you're gonna be ready. Only you can answer that. So again, if you're doubting and you're like, am I ready? Should I just do it? You're not ready. When the time comes though, be safe, use protection, and get tested. Unless you wanna have a baby or get some STDs or get some infections. Then, you know, like you do you, sis. Have fun with that one. So some tips for hooking up. Wrap it up. Make sure your partner is wrapping it up. No, I'll pull out right before, because pre-cum can also get you pregnant, baby. So no, you're gonna wrap it up. And if he's like, it just doesn't feel the same for me, well, that's too damn bad. Because how's it gonna feel raising a baby? Probably worse. Suck it up. Take your birth control. Pee before and after sex. You don't want any UTIs. And tell your partners to get tested too. Sexy time is not a one-way street. And if it is, that's like individual sexy time. We're not gonna talk about that. We're just talking about sexy time right now with two other people. You should still be doing this stuff, and your partner should also be doing that stuff, is what I'm saying. If you're getting tested, it is pointless if your partner does not get tested too, because you could test negative and you're fine, and then your partner over here has the clap and gives you the clap. You're only as safe as your partner is. Also, tell your partners to wash their hands. If they got dirty fingernails or dirty little grubby fingers, that is not coming anywhere near your kitty. Vaginas are so sensitive. If your partner has dirty, grimy ass hands, they better go clean that, because they're not the one that's gonna pay for the gyno bill when you gotta go get some medication and get checked out and tested for some infection from his little grubby fingers. So think about that. Also, communicate. And this is the most important thing in any relationship. Communication. Just as important in bed. If your partner is doing something that you do not like, say it. Speak up. If you want them to try something else, speak up. If your partner is just not doing it for you, don't lay there and put up with whatever they're doing. Straight up be like, this ain't it. This is not working. So either we're done here or we switch it up. And do not be ashamed to say that. It's a two-way street. You're just gonna get your big little climax and leave me hanging here? What you gonna do about it? And if they do nothing about it, okay, leave. If he wanted to climax and leave me hanging, he should have just used his hand in his own little bedroom alone. Why am I here? The last section, periods. Y'all knew it was coming. Okay, so listen, this is gonna be a really quick section because there's not much to say other than periods are natural and they're a part of life, and periods will continue to exist until some crazy scientist comes along and suddenly they're like, women don't even need periods, which I don't know how, because that's how we know that we're not pregnant. So that being said, periods are supernatural. Not like ghosts, like it's not like ghosts or like demons. My channel is full of so many videos you can binge watch. Aside from my Girl Talk series, I also do like a series where I talk about your period stories and I give you tips and advice, and we talk about how relatable it is having a period. If you are struggling with periods and like, I don't know, maybe how to put in a tampon, how to know when your period is coming, my channel covers all of that. So this is a topic that I go on and on about. I got you, sis. That being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, you're gonna subscribe or what? Please and thank you. And send this to your friends. Anyways, the way you get used to your period, or the way you get used to having a period, is by talking about it with your friends, with your moms, with your guardians, your older sisters, whoever. Don't ever feel afraid to talk to your mom or your guardians or older sisters about womanly or girl things, because they also went through these things. They know what it's like, and it's not like you're stabbing them in the back or betraying them by coming to them asking for advice or help on these girl topics, because they know you're going to. They're expecting it from you because they went through it themselves. You know, your mom knows you're gonna get a period. That's what I'm trying to say. So I guess really the overall message of this Girl Talk has really been your feelings, your experience, your thoughts, they're all valid. You are valid. You need to be your own advocate because no one else is gonna do it for you. I believe in you. You're gonna kick some ass, and if someone's being mean to you, you're gonna kick their ass. Or tell them, I hope you heal, you know, whatever floats your boat. But the point is, you're a badass, and that's it. No one can take that away from you. If you have any more like Girl Talk questions or any advice you'd like to share or even some stories, please do so in the comments below. This is a very supportive and loving channel. Whatever you're thinking, you want to share, go for it. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. Now, shout out of the day goes to Daniela on Instagram at thank you so much. If you'd like to be shout out of the day, just follow me on my Instagram and stay active. That's where I post more bonus content as well, and on TikTok too, so I'll see you there. Again, if you're not already subscribed, you better subscribe and turn on those post notifications, because I was spitting some facts, not to toot my own horn. So if you want to see more facts, anyways, you're amazing, you're doing great, and I'll see you next time. Bye.